welcome to this episode of The Timeline, to which I just brought the cat because otherwise I'm going to have to stop and wait for her to jump up. See how happy with me she is? The Pilgrims arrived in what would become the United States in 1620. The Pilgrims first arrived in what would become the United States about 130 years after Columbus and his crew discovered it. There were already several million, possibly as many as 20 million, Native Americans living here who had discovered themselves quite nicely, thank you very much. There were only about 100 pilgrims on board the ship the Mayflower, and about half of them died. Ironically, most of them died of starvation, which is ironic because then we name a feasting holiday after them later. Anyway, about half of them died that first winter that they were in the New World. The Pilgrims' greatest contribution to U.S. history was their idea of freedom of religion. They left England to escape being picked on for their religious beliefs, and the idea of separation of church and state, by which we mean the separation of government and religion, that you should be free to have whatever religious beliefs that you want within reason, and that shouldn't conflict with your ability to follow the government's laws. The idea of separation of church and state gets written into the Constitution 170 years later. This part of the First Amendment to the Constitution says that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. There wasn't any holiday called Thanksgiving right off the bat. That doesn't come around until a lot later. Really, the reason that we remember the Pilgrims goes back to their idea about freedom of religion. Okay, thanks.